A misty, foggy start and a pretty benign day ahead. Very different to how we end the week with Storm Tobin on Friday. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Starting is looking unusual.
It's crazy how we often talk about, or have to talk about, how the weather is linked all around the world. But they are having, excuse me, historic America. They are seeing huge amounts of snow as fast as happened at the end of this week. So you've heard that there is a storm brewing. Let me take you through the details of what is going to happen. So it's this bitter cold Arctic blast that brought the inauguration inside that's bringing that snowfall in the south. And when cold meets warm, it amplifies the jet stream and it gives it loads of energy, so it will really rapidly strengthen. 250 miles an hour, a low pressure in the Atlantic that's barely doing anything will have all of this energy drive into it as we head through the next few days, and it will rapidly deepen. And when a pressure system deepens by 24 millibars in 24 hours, it's called explosive cyclogenesis. This deepens by 40 millibars in 24 hours, which is why it's set to be so stormy on Friday. And it's been named by the Met Office because it's set to be so disruptive on Friday. And it's actually pronounced Storm Tobin. So we have just a graphic here to show you. So, oh, we don't have the graphic, sorry. So it's the UK Met Office, the Irish Met Office and the Netherlands that come together to put this list of names. So this is one of the names from the Irish Met Office. So yes, Storm Tobin arriving on Friday. And we have to say there is a calm before the storm, and that is certainly true for today because it is a foggy start. It's fairly benign, the winds are light, there'll be limited amounts of brightness today and some patchy rain across the far south and east. This is how it looks first thing this morning. Cloudy skies for much of England and Wales, patchy rain across the far south and east, and these outbreaks of rain just clearing away from the north of England where we've been plagued with rain for 3 days this week. Now that clears away and then behind it skies brighter, but for these central areas there is mist, there is fog, poor visibility, so slow going on the road, so just allow some extra time for your journey and extra space while you're driving. So a pretty dull day ahead across the far southeast corner. Temperatures really struggling, 5 or 6 degrees, so disappointingly cool. A little bit dry and brighter further west, 7 or 8 degrees, and the winds are light. Tonight, it is clear, it is cold, it is chilly, so a touch of frost first thing, but at least it's dry and bright. Some patchy rain coming in later on Thursday, but it's set to turn very wet and very windy on Friday. Good morning to you. A storm is brewing across the other side of the Atlantic, and it's all been triggered by some bitterly cold air that is gripping North America at the moment. They actually have a state of emergency in Florida because they have widespread snowfall here, and it's this injection of cold air into the jet stream that will strengthen it. And in strengthening it to 250 miles an hour, it picks up this little area of low pressure that's benign in the Atlantic and will rapidly deepen it towards our shores. So by Friday, it arrives, and it has been named by the UK Met Office as our next named storm, Storm Tobin, because it is set to cause widespread disruption, most likely across the far north. More details on that later. But here's how it looks for today. It is largely fine and largely settled. A misty, foggy start first thing this morning, and it slowly brightens up. So a chilly start first thing this morning, patchy cloud across the far southeast, outbreaks of rain. That rain slowly clearing from northern England and North Wales, where it's been for the past few days. But a warning for fog for central areas of England and parts of Wales this morning because the visibility is so low with these very misty, murky conditions. But it slowly lifts as we head through the day and brightening up a little. It stays cloudy and grey across the far southeast, a disappointingly cold day here, 4 or 5 degrees. Centrally, sunny spells, a few showers in the west, but Scotland and Northern Ireland, sunny spells, light winds, definitely the calm before the storm. So let's see how things pan out as we head through the next 7 days. So we look across the north of the UK first of all. So Scotland, Northern Ireland, northern areas of England. Temperatures sitting a little below average for the rest of the week, turning milder as that stormy weather arrives on Friday. But let's look at our percentage chance of rainfall. Today it is largely dry. Band of rain arrives tomorrow, not that heavy, but very heavy rain on Friday. But the main issues will be the wind. Wind warnings for up to 80 or 90 miles an hour across northern areas of England, and the outlook then remains unsettled. Fortunes further south for England and Wales as we head through the next 7 days. Temperatures are really not the talking point, around about average, and yes, it turns milder as the stormy weather arrives, but it is the wind and the rain will be the big issue, particularly the wind. So today it's that patchy rain across the southeast. Tomorrow the band of rain moves through, but turning very wet on Friday. Warnings in the south for gusts of wind of 60 to 70 miles an hour and up to 80 around exposed coasts.